Roda Bashe 2007 back at you with another one, and we're here again on this issue with Roda Osman, Brick Baby, who's been out here to monetize her victimization as we profiled in the last video. So we wanted to address this narrative where what one man did to her somehow is all of black men's fault, and black men's fault only, and certainly not any of her fault for engaging in the escalating and antagonizing of a violent situation. So let's hear this little piece from her again, and then we're going to get into some other things.
And he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, what are you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face? He's holding a brick. And all these niggas is watching and nobody does nothing.
Now, by her own admission, a man is standing over her with a brick in his hand. And she's going at him, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do? That's what she just admitted to. The man has a brick in his hand, and instead of her using her feet to help herself and to walk away or even run away if she needed to, instead she's running her mouth at this guy, escalating a violent confrontation. So nobody helped her. But she, by her own definition, this wasn't like he just picked up the brick and all of a sudden hit her or chased her down. She's admitting she's standing there engaging in this violent situation.
She was actually taunting the guy to hit her. Why would I go defend somebody that's actually looking for trouble?
So the word he's trying to say there is taunting. I think he's Jamaican. She was taunting the guy. He was there. And she virtually admits that. She virtually admits that. She don't want to come right out and say it. She ain't going to be 100 with it, but she's getting right close to it. Let's just get right back there.
What are you gonna do? And I told all these men, like, yo, why this man got a brick on my face? He's holding a brick.
If he's holding the brick, why are you still there talking to him? Why are you still there engaging and arguing and back and forth with him if you're in danger? Somebody else is supposed to come jump in between you, hollering at a man who has a weapon. He's supposed to get his head bust because you want to go back and forth and put on this show about how tough you are, even when this dude has a weapon in his hand. So somebody else is supposed to get their head bust on your behalf. Here's more on that.
For all the single old black women who are independent, that don't need a man for nothing, that don't need a man for protection, I'm suggesting you get yourself a brick. It's only 58 cents so you can protect yourself instead of talking down a man and expecting man to come protect you when you start trouble. And I wasn't victim blaming. I didn't blame nobody. I didn't blame her. All I'm saying is it wouldn't have gone as far as it did if she also had walked away.
Let's see what else Miss Susie Q. Sweet was up to that evening from two security guards outside the club who weren't there at the moment it happened, but who encountered her right afterwards.
Like coming from the gas station.
We just came from the gas station, right? And she was talking about she got hit with the brick, you know what I mean?
And then we was asking.
So we just like, what just happened, bro? Who just hit you with a brick? She talking about a guy in a suit. You know what I mean? But we saw the guy earlier though. We never knew he was a bad guy though. You know what I mean? We saw the guy earlier, like we working and stuff like that. So that was around here and stuff like that. That was moving and stuff like that with the girl before she got hit with the brick, you know? So what happened? We just don't know what happened. I think they had like an argument or something like that. We just don't know.
Before
you know?
She was trying to fight with another.
Yeah, she was trying to fight with another girl right there before she.
So she was over there fighting with other women. Where were the women to protect that other woman from her? Sounds like somebody else needed protection from her, but she doesn't do anything. She was just a sweet, innocent victim, right? So now as an accurate picture about her is coming into focus, she wants to take the focus off of herself now. So let's hear about that and where she's trying to go with it and how she wants to thank all her supporters who have given her $37,000 in GoFundMe. And again, our last video shows that this is not the first time she's used victimization to make herself popular in the media or to use GoFundMe's for supposedly having been victimized.
In the final video updating everyone, Ro would express gratitude for the support she's received thus far, but also took the time to call on her followers to put the face of the man who hit her out there. She would ask to center and make him the focal point of this discussion instead of her. After thanking those who were on her side, Ro would end the video by calling her criticizers unsympathetic, lacking compassion, and evil. Her caption read, "My anxiety is on 10. I'll be on Do Not Disturb for a while."
You don't even know. I really, really do appreciate the support. You know what I mean? I see so many women coming to help me. I appreciate it. I'm in gratitude, but I don't appreciate being centered and talking about. There's a lot of bullying. There's a lot of fucking.
So she said, I don't appreciate being centered and talked about. And she's talking about she wants the man who hit her to be centered. That's what she's saying now. That's what she's saying now, that her true character and how she conducts herself has come into focus. But that wasn't her focus at the moment when this happened. Did she try to get out to the public a description of the man who did this to her and a description of the car he left in and call the police and let them know he just went up the street this way, he's in this car, this is his description, get this individual particular person who did this to me? No. Who did she center as the focus? Let's hear. What does she do? She, of course, calls the police for help, the people who are paid and sworn to protect her. Or she calls an ambulance for medical attention. No, she uses that same phone that she could use to do those two things to go live to shame black men for the gram. So here we go with that.
Yo, this man just hit me in my face with a brick, and all these black men just watch, and they don't give a yeah, this man hit me, grabbed a rock, and he hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? What y'all to do? I want y'all to be a man. I want y'all to be a man. Do something.
Now she wants the focus off of her and for it to be centered on the person who actually did her harm. But again, here's more of her. Even after she's in the hospital, she's still not focused on centering the assailant. She's focused on centering black men as a whole.
All just watching, and they let that nigga get in the car. How is this okay? This is what y'all doing to women?
This is what y'all doing. One person hit her. Who is y'all? One person hit her. But it's all about black men.
In the final video
So now she and her feminist supporters are shocked that black men dare respond to the constant denigration from her and her followers. The very first video I saw about this back on Sunday was a video by a woman just making this whole situation out to be the collective fault of black mandom. That was the whole video was about. Didn't say one thing about the assailant, what he looked like, what car he's driving, who's going after him, police report, nothing. Nothing. Just denigrating black men as a whole. That's what her and her cohorts have made this whole thing about. An opportunity to take a dump on black men and to deride our collective character in the public eye so that we can be lessened to make it more palatable and more acceptable for us to be assaulted by police, killed by police, looked at as evil, so that courts give us more aggressive punishments, so that the courts act against men when it comes to child support, when it comes to having children, when it comes to women lying about protective orders, when it comes to paternity fraud. Black men's image can be so marred that then whatever is done to you is acceptable. I call these black women who love to do this, which so many of them love to do this, I call them W.D. Griffith's handmaidens, because they're doing the work of the same propaganda work of his film Birth of a Nation, which was basically the KKK siren call. They do the work of the white supremacist master so well. But she works overtime to make sure black men's image is marred in society and to the world. But she's now doesn't want the focus. She now wants the focus to be centered on the individual man. When she spent this, her and her cohorts have spent this whole entire time, the last few days, centering it on black men as a whole.
And don't forget, before there was feminism, it was lesbians who were living those lives without worried about niggas. Like, they were not worried about niggas.
So she ain't worried about who she's calling niggas. She ain't worried about men, but men are supposed to be worried about her and sacrificing their lives, putting themselves at risk for her. Man, this is nonsense. I'm out of here. She finally, after like 3 days of making it all about black men, but once black men dared to respond and the facts started to come out about her and the focus was on her, now she finally wants to focus on the assailant that actually assaulted her. Now she finally wants to. She's centered this whole thing on black men. Now she wants the issue off of her versus black men, and now she finally wants to focus and center things on the assailant. About time. Like us up. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, come back for more. All those things. About your 2007. I'm out.